Hi there and welcome to the video. So these were generated in Sora and I'm started off with this very basic prompt. You've seen the final image in the thumbnail, but this is what I started off with. Iced out grey British short hair kitten. Just a very simple image. It brought up this really cute cat and I instantly loved the kind of the pendant, what we've got going on here with the or the chain with the pendant, and that's something that I really want to bring back in later on because you'll see we kind of get that disappearing for a bit. But this is just the starting point. It was very basic and I just wanted to build on this idea. So the second iteration I did, you can see I've changed the prompt in yellow to what is new in this particular version. So I've added sitting in a dark red leather chair with a mean expression. Now this is kind of going in the direction I wanted, but it's a little bit too mean. The head's down like this, so the head's like pointing down with the eyes, the furrowed brow like that. It's looking a little bit too mean. I kind of still wanted to get a little bit of the cute cat in there, regardless, but it's also very, very dark. So we've got loads of filled in shadows down here, and there's like no background detail at all in these bits, which just looks, because the subject isn't colourful enough and there isn't anything of any sort of colour interest on it, that just makes the whole thing look a bit too muddy. So the next iteration is, I changed it again, and this is quite funny because it's obviously a fail, but I've added with the stoic expressions, we changed it from what did I have before? A mean expression. I changed it to a stoic expression, so it wasn't like cute happy, but it wasn't sort of scowling either. Close up view, kitten has a champagne bottle of milk and is wearing a black silk shirt. Now this bottle is kind of funny because it's got a baby bottle top on it, so it's sort of associated the milk with the baby bottle, but it's just given it a bit of a gold sort of rim there, so it just looked a bit silly. It didn't look how I thought it would look at all. And the cat's the sort of expression, just the cat either looks drunk or bored. So again, not really going in the right direction, and just something I needed to really do some adjustment on. So on the next version here you can see quite a big difference. We've added a lot to the prompt here, so you can see again in yellow what I've changed on the prompt for this one. A side table in view with a bottle of expensive looking champagne with two glasses. The champagne is called catnip. So I thought the milk was just not going to look right, and it was associating it with like a baby bottle of milk. So I thought, let's just go down the normal champagne route and just give it that cat twist. Ring flash photography with large horizontal gobo shapes. Now the ring flash photography, this allows some more detail in these areas, because the difference between a ring flash in terms of in real life and actually in Sora is the ring flash gives you somewhere between a diffused light and a hard sort of front facing flash. So if you put ring light, you get some nice contrast, but you also get a little bit more dynamic lighting with some nice highlights and things like that without it being too hard light. And also the gobo, this is quite important. You can see these lines here, these sort of lines of light coming in the background. That's what this gobo line is. So in photography and filmography, a gobo is something that basically is a cutout shape of some form that you put between the light and your subject, and it casts like a shaped light effect onto the scene. You can have this in any kind of pattern you want, but it's a good little tip in Sora. Sora recognises this term, recognises gobo, and it will help you to add some more interest to the scene. Now the thing I didn't like about this, and one thing I changed before the last kind of iteration of it, is I wanted to change the eye colour of the cat just to add a bit more contrast, so I wanted to change that to green. And also the cat looks like he's slouching forward here. It doesn't really look kind of like relaxed and, as you would be if you were sitting there with champagne. And also we've lost the pendant idea from the very first version. So if I go down to the first version again, you'll see that I really liked that pendant coming off the chain, and we kind of lost it on all the others, so I wanted to add that back as well. So this is the last and final version, and as you can see here, I've changed these prompts in yellow. So I've added green eyes, and I've added the phrase sitting back relaxing to it, and also added with a fish bone pendant because I just thought that was kind of cute. So now you've got all of those elements. You've got an extra bit of contrast colour with the green from the eyes here. You've still got these gobo lights in the background. They're a little bit more subtle than on the previous one, But I actually think that works a bit better in this particular one. We've got the nice pendant there, which you could obviously change to whatever you want. We've got the arm over the arm of the cat's arm over the arm of the chair there, giving it that relaxed look. So Sora's so good at picking out all these details that you really, really does pay to sit there and think about what you want your image to look like. And I'm personally really happy with that final result, and I hope this video helped you. So yeah, look forward to seeing you in the next one.